Ready to dive into the world of yoga. Today we're exploring Asana Pranayama Mudra Bandha, a manual from the Bihar School of Yoga.
And it's not just any yoga guide. This manual is practically a celebrity in the yoga world.
Right. Published back in '69, it's been translated into tons of languages,
Over a dozen, yeah.
and it's used by everyone from yoga newbies
Absolutely.
to, seasoned yoga instructors.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how influential this manual has become.
It really is. It makes
Yeah.
you wonder what it is about this approach that just makes it so timeless.
Well, a lot of it comes from the founder of the Bihar School of Yoga,
Okay.
Swami Sivananda Saraswati.
Now that's a name.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about him, he was actually a medical doctor before he became a yogi, which is, not your typical career path.
Doctor turned yogi.
Exact.
Talk about a career change.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense then that this approach feels so grounded and practical.
Yeah.
It's not just about, the physicality of it all.
Exactly. It's really about that blend of the physical with the mental and the emotional well-being, which is what we're going to explore today.
Awesome. So we're going to unpack some of those core principles of Bihar School of Yoga,
Absolutely.
especially for those of you listening who are just starting your yoga journey.
Yes.
Don't worry, you don't have to be able to, touch your toes or anything to get something out of this deep dive.
No, not at all.
We're sticking to the essentials.
And even those essentials can be incredibly powerful.
So we've got this doctor turned yogi, a globally recognized manual. This is not your average yoga class, right?
Yeah.
What makes Bihar School Yoga so unique?
Well, it all starts with this concept of prana. Have you ever, felt that surge of energy after a good night's sleep or that sluggish feeling after you have a heavy meal? That's prana at work. It's like this vital life force energy
All right.
that flows through everything. And in our bodies, it travels through these channels called nadis.
So prana is like our internal energy, I guess, currency. What happens when our nadis get all clogged up?
Well, that's when things get interesting.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Just like a blocked pipe, can cause the water to back up. Blocked nadis can lead to stagnation in the flow of prana.
Makes sense.
And this can manifest in so many different ways, stiffness, low energy, even emotional imbalances.
Wow. So it's not just about the physical aspect here. So where do the yoga postures come in?
That's where the magic happens. In Bihar School Yoga, the asanas, the postures, as they're more commonly known these days, they're designed to remove those blockages
Okay.
and get your prana flowing freely again.
So it's like giving your internal plumbing system a tune-up.
Exactly.
I like it.
But it's not just contorting your body into different shapes. A key principle in Bihar School Yoga is awareness during practice.
What does that mean exactly?
It's about paying attention to your breath, feeling the subtle nuances in your body as you move through each pose, noticing any sensations, any thoughts that come up.
So it's a very mindful approach to the practice.
Absolutely, yeah. And the manual even suggests, the ideal time to practice to really get the maximum benefit, and that's Brahma Muhurta.
Brahma what?
Brahma Muhurta.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Sanskrit term,
Okay.
and it refers to the 2 hours before sunrise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So imagine, that stillness of dawn before the world kind of wakes up.
Right.
That's the magic of Brahma Muhurta.
Yeah.
It's considered a time of, very potent energy,
Okay.
where the mind is clear, it's receptive, and it's just perfect for a yoga practice.
I can see how practicing during that time could really amplify the benefits. Speaking of finding that ideal time for practice, let's explore a couple of beginner-friendly asanas that you can try, even if it's not during Brahma Muhurta. Don't worry, we're not going to launch into a full yoga flow or anything.
Yeah, no pressure.
Just a little taste of what this manual has to offer.
Exactly.
We're going to guide you through 2 beginner-friendly poses
Oh, okay.
from the beginner group section.
Sounds good.
And hey, even if you're a seasoned yogi, maybe you'll pick up a new insight or two.
You never know.
Ready to try this out?
I'm ready. All right. First up, we've got Tiryaka Tadasana, or the swaying palm tree pose, if you want to get poetic about it.
Very appropriate considering it's known for promoting flexibility and balance.
Right.
Just like a palm tree swaying in the breeze.
So to start, stand with your feet apart, about shoulder width.
Okay.
Interlock your fingers, turn your palms outward,
Got it.
and take a nice deep breath in as you raise your arms up overhead.
And as you're doing that, just keep your gaze forward, grounding yourself through your feet as you prepare to move.
No wobbling.
No wobbling allowed.
Exactly. Now exhale and gently bend to one side. Really imagine that palm tree swaying.
Yeah, feel that stretch.
And keep your back straight.
No hunching.
No hunching allowed. Hold that pose for a couple of breaths. feeling that stretch along the side of your body, and then breathe in as you come back to center.
And repeat on the other
Guilty
side.
enough, right?
Yeah. And you know what's amazing about this pose? It's so simple, but it's fantastic for stretching those muscles between the ribs.
Oh, interesting.
You know, the ones we use for deep breathing.
Right.
So this can really help open up the chest, improve your breathing capacity.
It's amazing how such a simple movement can have like such a profound effect on the body.
Absolutely.
Okay, ready for our second pose?
Let's do it.
All right. This one is called Shashankasana, also known as the hare pose.
Though hopefully you'll feel more relaxed than a hare being chased.
Right.
This one is known for its really calming effect on the nervous system.
I can always use a little bit of that.
Me too.
So to start, kneel on the floor with your big toes touching, hips resting on your heels.
And if you need a little extra cushioning for your knees, feel free to grab a blanket or a pillow.
Yes, comfort is key.
Absolutely, especially when we're trying to release tension, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so inhale and raise your arms overhead, stretching them up towards the sky.
Reach for those stars.
And as you exhale, slowly bend forward from the hips, bringing your forehead down to rest on the floor.
Nice and slow.
And then let those arms relax down alongside your body with your palms facing upward.
Melt into the pose.
Yeah, just really sink into it. Take a few deep breaths here, feeling that stretch along your spine.
It's amazing how this pose can just quiet the mind, alleviate stress,
Yeah.
all while gently stretching the back.
Like a mini vacation for your mind and body.
Exactly.
So there you have it, 2 beginner-friendly poses to give you a taste of Bihar School Yoga.
And remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You know, the manual goes into so much more depth about different asanas, breathing techniques, and even cleansing practices called shat karmas.
Oh, right, the Shakarmas.
Yeah, they help to purify the body.
It's truly a holistic approach.
It is.
And speaking of holistic, the manual emphasizes that Bihar School Yoga is not just about what happens on the mat.
Right, it's a lifestyle.
It really encourages us to look at our diet, our mental well-being, how we can create a more balanced lifestyle overall.
It's about recognizing that everything's interconnected.
Yeah.
How we treat our bodies, our minds, even how we interact with the world around us.
Absolutely.
All of it plays a role in our overall well-being.
So this manual, it's not just a guide to like physical postures, it's really like a roadmap
It is, yeah.
to a more balanced and fulfilling life.
I love that, a roadmap.
And it all starts with that first step onto the mat, or, even just like sitting here listening to this deep dive, right?
Exactly. It's about cultivating that awareness, that connection with yourself,
Right.
and taking those small but meaningful steps towards a healthier and happier you.
It really has been so fascinating to explore the world of Bihar School Yoga with you today.
Likewise, I've enjoyed it.
It's incredible how this manual, written decades ago, is still so relevant for us today.
It really is.
So who knows? Maybe this deep dive will inspire some of you listening to roll out your own yoga mats and discover the power of this practice for yourselves.
I hope so. Yeah, that'd be great.